A Birmingham man says he dropped off a healthy dog for a 5-night boarding stay, only to pick him up fighting for his life. Less than 24 hours later, the 2.5-year-old boxer was dead. Now the dog's owner is raising questions about what happened during that stay and has filed complaints with the Alabama State Board of Veterinary Medical Examiners. ABC 3340's I-Team Gracie Johnson takes a closer look.
He could barely walk. He was extremely lethargic, and I basically had to almost carry him out of there.
That's how Wilson Archer says he found his 2.5-year-old boxer, Bruno, after a 5-night boarding stay at Pet Paradise's Hoover location in March. Archer says Bruno had been healthy when he dropped him off, but when he returned to pick him up, he says something was clearly wrong.
I told him he looked very sick, and they went and took his temperature and told me that he was normal and he was just tired. And I asked him, is that common for dogs after like a stay like that to be just be tired? Because he looks very sick. And they said yes, he's just tired.
Archer says he took Bruno home, but only briefly. Concerned about how sick Bruno appeared, he says he quickly took him to an emergency veterinary hospital.
We went to Blue Pearl Emergency Vet, and they did x-rays, labs, and at that point they gave us a referral to said Mississippi State or Auburn, and we chose Auburn.
Archer says Bruno was transferred to Auburn University's Veterinary Medical Center, where his condition continued to worsen.
They quickly admitted him. Once we got there, they went ahead and took him back before I could even complete paperwork and labeled him as critical. And from there, he, 11 o'clock the next day, he passed away.
Records Archer shared with us include a necropsy report from Auburn University. The necropsy report lists Bruno's cause of death as a severe form of pneumonia, with findings consistent with extraintestinal pathogenic E. coli, also known as EXPEC. Archer contends those findings are consistent with Bruno becoming seriously ill during his boarding stay. He alleges Pet Paradise staff failed to recognize the severity of his condition, failed to notify him that Bruno was ill, and failed to provide appropriate medical care. We have not independently verified those allegations. Archer says he's now seeking answers through the state's Veterinary Licensing Board.
We've gone to the Alabama Vet Board and told them our complaints, and then they had us fill out a formal complaint, and they've gone down the investigation process.
I reached out to Pet Paradise regarding Archer's allegations. The company declined to address the specific circumstances surrounding Bruno's stay, saying only that it was saddened by his death, has cooperated with the appropriate regulatory authorities, and remains committed to providing a safe, healthy, and loving environment for pets. I have also contacted the Alabama State Board of Veterinary Medical Examiners regarding Archer's complaint and have not yet received a response. Gracie Johnson, ABC 3340 I-Team.